once upon a time, when you had an operation in Australia, in a public hospital, after the operation they kept you in the bed for what seemed like a really long time, almost for too long. You got tired of being looked after by nurses and having everything brought to you and being fed even if the food was not so great. You got tired of it. You just wanted to get out. But now, if you go to a public hospital, I've already talked about how you go to pre-admissions first, then you go home to sleep, then you come back for your operation the next day. So that's one day, that's one night, one bed that the hospital has saved. After the operation, depending upon the operation and how well you have recovered, they send you home as quickly as possible, and it's almost like you have to cling to your bed, to your little narrow white bed that can go up and down, and nurses are there and they bring you your medication. You don't have to think about anything. You just lie there. Someone plonks the food beside you. People call you, flowers come in, visitors. You just lie there. But you have to cling to the bed because the hospital has to get you out as quickly as possible. So that, because there are never enough beds, it seems, in public hospitals, in our creaking health system, as my mother described it. I was in hospital for 4 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I was operated on Thursday. So, I was in hospital for 5 days. That's a really long time these days. I was given a great big jar of antibiotics to take before the operation. It seems that there are so many germs in hospital now that you have to be given some antibiotics to ward off the germs that are wandering around our hospitals. I clung to my bed. I didn't want to go home on Monday. I was still in a lot of pain, and I didn't feel confident that going home was a good idea. I wanted the nurses to be there. I wanted nurses. I was told that the hospital felt I was ready to go home, and I said, no, I don't want to. Can I please stay another night? I'm frightened of going home. I'm frightened that I'm going to be in a lot of pain. That's all right. We can give you lots and lots of drugs. We can give you as many drugs as you want. I don't want to go home because I've got my chest. I can hardly breathe. Oh no, your chest is okay. I really felt as though they were trying to kick me out. And a dietitian had come to see me, and they were going to give me a different meal. I wanted to see what I was going to get for dinner instead of chili con carne or chili chickpeas or whatever it was. I wanted to see what the hospital was going to come up with for my dinner. Go home. We need your bed. No, I don't want to go home. A nurse came to me and said, well, because you've had your womb taken out, you can't actually do any housework for 2 weeks. Now that's a joke. Paul goes to work at 7 o'clock and comes home at 7 o'clock at night. Is he supposed to do the vacuuming before he goes to work? Is he going to come home and clean the bathroom, at night after his full day of work? Amelia's 7. My mum comes and does a lot of help anyway, but she's 72. I should be cleaning her house. So who is going to be doing my housework for 2 weeks while I can't because my womb, my stitches might burst or whatever? Just let me stay in the bed at least for one more night. Finally, the beautiful surgeon who did my operation, an Indian Australian woman with just that glowing skin as if there actually is a light inside her. to my bedside and said, you are all right to go home. We're always under a bit of pressure for beds, but the reason that we want you to go home now is that we don't want you to catch an infection. And then I thought, well, all right. So I went home. I woke Paul up to come and help me with the pain. He was exhausted. Mum and Dad were away. Amelia was sick with the same thing as me in our chests. The dog, Mum and Dad's dog was jumping around. It wasn't ideal.